Mike, who are some of the companies that are doing it right?
I came up with a list, and then I sent email to people that are way smarter than me at my company. So my list was Aptio.
Who, by the way, is in the book, just saying.
Chef, and then this is given all the press, a little surprising, but I'll explain it. Amazon. And the reason I say Amazon is I think Amazon's pretty transparent about their culture, and people who come in and join they understand that right up front. And then if you like to work in that kind of culture, it's a great place to thrive. My team came up with Tableau and Tune, which they also cited as places where culture and engagement were pretty strong.
What about you guys? Do you have examples of who you think is doing it right?
Usually I judge it by my life, which is spent on airlines. So, that's where culture and engagement show up, is in the customer interaction. So Alaska Airlines versus United Airlines. You can. It's just a visceral difference. So I usually tend to look by your consumer experiences to see engagement.
Yeah, I would say one company, and this might be a surprise to some people, is I like Porch. I know they've been going through some tough times.
Porch was one of our panelists, so we like Porch too.
Yeah, we like Porch. I mean, I get to hear a little bit about the backstory about how they do things, and they're really transparent. They hold, I haven't been to these all hands, but they have town halls every week or every 2 weeks where they talk about things that are coming up, and it's not easy to grow that fast like they did. Hit a speed bump, have to let people go, but it's a credit to them that they're not backing off that pedal. They're still having these town halls, and it sucks when you're up there and you're the person in charge. I always tell people, if the culture is great, yes, the CEO can get some credit. If the culture is crap, you look in the mirror too. It's your fault as well. And so I think that's the same with business decisions, and they're still trying to be very transparent to their people. And another one, if I had to stick with a Seattle company, is I have a lot of admiration for what Satya is doing at Microsoft. I mean, he's following these big, iconic people, right? I mean, especially Ballmer, but he's changing the culture. He emphasizes culture. If you read his stuff, he usually starts with about culture and the people and the passion. And it's not easy to change a company that has over 100,000 employees. And I know anecdotally, I have a lot of friends that worked there in the past, like it was drudgery. But now it's only half the people say it's drudgery, and the other half say, "Wow, things are turning around." So, and it just takes time, right? And but I think he is trying to change the kind of vibrations that you feel when you interact with Microsoft, the people, and also their offerings.
Yeah, he said that his main job as CEO is curator of culture. I can't imagine really any other large tech company CEO saying that. So I would say there's hope there. And I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
And culture is a big word too. I think it's important to know that you have to be intentional, not just at what you say, but in every single element, from how you hire, how you interview, how you promote, how do you pay people, how do you compensate. All of that stuff has to be connected and intentional. So it's hard.
So I was trying to come up with some themes in terms of who you were naming, the companies you were naming, but I'm wondering if are there characteristics of leaders who make employee engagement a strategic initiative? Do you see any commonalities in those leaders who make this a business initiative? Like, are they younger? Are they men? Are they women? Are they what are you seeing, if anything?
Well, I guess across mine, it would be they're competing in pretty tight labor markets. And
labor markets.
If you want to be super pragmatic about it, particularly when you think about the fact that I think it's within 9 years, millennials will be 75% or greater of the total workforce. And I'm a huge believer in the power and the creativity of the millennial generation. And people who kind of cut on the millennials are missing a huge opportunity. And so I think if you're in a tight labor market and you want to succeed and you're in the business of taking ideas and turning them into products or solutions, commercializing them, then you have to care about culture. You have to care about engagement, because you're basically taking ideas out of people's heads and turning them into something. So you have to create a vision around which they can rally, create an environment around which they feel like they can flourish, and let them go.